Welcome everyone to the stream. I had to jump back on with the news out that Tesla has added Bitcoin to their balance sheet. Insane. What's happening? What's happening? Let's go. This is huge, guys. This is huge. Welcome to the stream, welcome to the stream. Yes, the builder with 10 times leverage now if Bitcoin worked. Binance crashed. Yeah, this is going to be insane. This is going to be absolutely insane. Me and ShizoCrypto were literally just on a live stream looking at the Cardano prices and looking at, we were looking at Ethereum prices, and we were looking at, Cardano, Ethereum, and Polkadot. Polkadot was pumping, and then I get home, and immediately the news drops that Elon Musk has bought Tesla. So had to jump back on, watch what's going on. Look at this huge candle. That's insane. So we hit 43K 400. This is just breaking now. So I'd be surprised if we don't go higher still. Yeah, got some lowball orders just in case. Welcome, Clint. Yes, Wesh. It'll be interesting to see what's happened. So when Elon added it to his Twitter bio, we saw a huge 8% increase and then an immediate pullback. Let's hope we don't see that here. I think this is completely different. Tesla adding it to their balance sheet, that shows a institutional adoption like no other. So yeah, this is huge. Alrighty, let's check out what people on Twitter are saying about it. Binance, please. Oh man, this is gonna be nuts. From KSI. Here we go. 8 minutes ago. Tesla bought 1.5 billion of Bitcoin. Will start accepting Bitcoin as a form of payment. Guys, this is huge. This is huge. Jesus. Oh man, we're seeing a bit of a pullback, but this is just breaking. So I imagine over the next 12, 24, 48 hours that we're going to see some sort of price action move upwards. Let's check out this a bit further. In January 2021, we updated our investment policy to provide us with more flexibility to further diversify and maximize returns on our cash that is not required to maintain adequate operating liquidity. Very nice. As part of the policy, we may invest a portion of such cash into specified alternative reserve assets. Man, this is huge. I didn't expect this to happen so soon. So I know Michael Saylor from MicroStrategy was doing his institutional investment thing in February. Yeah, first week of February. I know that went down, and I know Elon sent out some. I heard he had 3 people from Tesla there. So yeah, very interesting to see it actually eventuate into something. Let's see here. Therefore, we invested in aggregate 1.5 billion in Bitcoin under this policy. Insane. Moreover, we expect to begin accepting Bitcoin as a form of payment. I think that could even be bigger than just the $1.5 billion investment into it. That's insane. Tesla accepting it as a form of payment, that's huge. For our in the near future, okay. Subject to applicable laws and initially on a limited basis, which we may or may not liquidate upon receipt. That's interesting. That's very interesting. What the sort of laws surrounding that, what sort of tax implications that's going to be, if this is going to attract, some sort of more regulation surrounding it. I think it's inevitable that it will be, but for Bitcoin to get to the sort of size that that everyone's expecting, and we're going to have to see more regulation surrounding it. All right, let's continue. Digital assets are considered indefinite-lived intangible assets under applicable accounting rules. Accordingly, any decrease in their fair values below our carrying values for such assets at any time subsequent to their acquisition will require us to recognize impairment charges, whereas we may take no upward revisions for any market price increases until a sale. All right, that's interesting. So sort of hedging against the innate volatility. Man, it must be a huge headache taking payments for things such as Tesla cars, with just the natural volatility that Bitcoin has. As we currently intend to hold these assets long term, these charges may negatively impact our profitability in the periods in which such impairments occur, even if the overall market values of these assets increase. Okay, interesting. Guys, this is just the beginning. That's probably the most interesting thing. Binance crashed. Oh, is that why the huge red wick? Oh, gotcha. Interesting. I'm hearing from the live chat, and I saw on Twitter people were tweeting out about it. It looks like Binance has crashed, so that might be the reasoning behind this huge red wick here. Interesting. Huge things happening in the space. Let's take a look at the total market. Bitcoin exploding up, smashing past through its old all-time high. It'll be interesting to see if Ethereum follows and the altcoins follow. What I imagine is going to be the case here is all the altcoins that ran really hard. This is an event out of the blue. We've smashed past all-time high. This is going to get digested over the next 24, 48 hours. And I think we're going to see a lot of this capital flow back into Bitcoin. Already got my bag. My Binance is half working. Orders aren't always working and can't access wallet, but persist and orders work. Oh man, as soon as this came out, I imagine they were just flooded. And already this 15-minute candle is getting pulled back up. I think this is completely different. When he added it to his bio and then removed it, and we saw that drop back, Tesla adding it to their balance sheet is huge. It is huge. Watch this to be digested over the next few days, over the next even week, I would say, and watch what happens with the price action. Insanely bullish. This is going to be interesting. What an interesting time. What a good time to be in cryptocurrency. Alrighty. 1 second here, guys. I'm just going to... ShizoCrypto Grant, the other guy that I normally stream with, he can't get onto Binance. He's freaking out. It's cool to watch. Yeah, look at this candle getting moved back up. I think this is just from Binance crashing. I think we see even higher in the short term. Let's go. Man, it's good. I feel pretty lucky that my my asset allocation is strongly towards Bitcoin right now. It's split between Bitcoin and Ethereum. It was about a 80-20 split. And I was feeling a bit left out with my heavy Ethereum allocation. And Ethereum just cracked through 1700, so it's following it right up, following Bitcoin right up. Interesting. Nice. All right, let's see what other people are saying on Twitter. Oh man, it's trending. Max Kaiser doing the Mars dance when he saw what Elon Musk just did to the Bitcoin price. I think this was what people were expecting when he added it to his bio. Yep, Tesla's just bought 1.5 billion of Bitcoin. People are going crazy. Did Elon tweet anything about it? I know it was a Tesla market release that announced it to the market. Man, it's good to see. Me and Grant earlier, he's heavily in the crypto space and makes crypto videos as well. We're talking about how positive Elon is for cryptocurrencies in general. If he's good, if he's bad, and we came to the conclusion that he is. We came to the conclusion that he's chaotically good for cryptocurrency and Bitcoin in general. So his pumping of Dogecoin, it's chaotic. It's getting a lot of people interested in the space, which is a good thing. He thinks it's a future. He's clearly very forward thinking with it. I don't know, yeah, but his pumping of Dogecoin is just chaotic. His adding of Bitcoin to his description and then removing it, chaotic. But yeah, Tesla taking it. This is huge, guys. This is huge. Yeah, this is what we were reading earlier. We will account for digital assets as indifferent life. Initially recorded at cost. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, look, this is an interesting way to do it, and it looks like this is what's come out of the Michael Saylor institutional investing seminar. It looks like Michael Saylor's just given everyone his playbook on how he's bought Bitcoin and how to take them as transactions, and this is what's come out from it. Let's see. Oh man, this is going to make news everywhere. Here, Michael Saylor 1 minute ago. Congratulations and thank you to Elon Musk and Tesla on adding hashtag Bitcoin to their balance sheet. The entire world will benefit from this leadership. Man, this is huge. This is huge. Oh man, let's see what the price is doing. Yep, that 15-minute candle is getting taken right back up. I think it got pulled down so hard. It's similar to what happened with GameStop when Robinhood banned people from buying it. We saw that huge dip down, and it looks like Binance is back online and back working for everyone. I think we're going to see higher than this, guys. Huge. So yeah, Tesla announces they add it to their balance sheet, and we see it rocket up. Let's go, guys. What a good time to be in the cryptocurrency world. Huge, smashing past those all-time highs. Yeah, we were doing a bit of technical analysis earlier, and we were saying that back when it almost got rejected, when it broke past 40K, you can almost see a double top up here, and we expected, without an event like what just happened with biggest Bitcoin news ever, hands down, 100%. This is huge. This is insane. I was live streaming about an hour ago about Cardano, Polkadot, and Ethereum, and I, just before I was about to go to bed, was checking the cryptocurrency prices and saw this come out and just had to jump back on because this is huge. By far the biggest Bitcoin news to ever come out. This is insane. Pomp, are you paying attention yet? Hashtag Bitcoin. I think everyone will be paying attention over the next 48 hours. This is huge. Man, if you thought there was institutional FOMO before, wait until the coming months. HODL your Bitcoin supply is literally running out, and over 1,400 institutions are thinking of buying per meeting with Saylor. Yeah, Tesla's leading the pack. This is just the beginning. Think about what happens when Apple are good for the ASX investors that are in here. Apple is very similar to A2 Milk. It's a high cash flow business, and they keep a ton of cash on hand, and they just have tons of cash on their balance sheet that they're not doing anything with. And with the sort of inflation that we can expect over the next the next 5 to 10 years, with this money printing going on, they have a huge problem on hand. This cash is a problem. It's going to continue to decrease in value, and they need to put it somewhere. Apple, they're not like Amazon. They're not acquiring up businesses constantly, and Bitcoin is a solution to that problem. It's a deflationary asset. It's going to continue to go up, and just wait until we see these huge institutions invest 1%, 5%, 10%. Here, let me go to some tweets by Glassnode. Oh man, Elon must be loving it. Yeah, I just want to pull up some statistics on the supply of Bitcoin. Because supply is leaving exchanges. It's similar to what we're seeing with Ethereum here. 78% of the circulating Bitcoin is illiquid, not even accessible for buying. I think there was something. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Bitcoin net transfer volume from two exchanges. This is interesting because as we see the Bitcoin price go up, we generally see Bitcoin get transferred onto exchanges and sold, because as people want to sell their Bitcoin for a high price. So we generally see these two metrics inverse, follow each other. So Bitcoin flowing onto exchanges when the Bitcoin price runs up. But what we are seeing this time, and why it's so different to other times, is we are seeing huge amount of Bitcoin getting transferred off of exchanges into cold storage. We're seeing it get sucked off exchanges in droves, and taken by institutions. And this is extremely bullish. It's extremely bullish. The cycle's just beginning. And oh man, look at the Bitcoin price. Here we go again. 43K. Let's go. This is the biggest news to come out of Bitcoin by far. What a great time to be in Bitcoin at the moment. Oh man. It's going to be interesting to see what happens to the altcoins, if they sort of follow, or this is my prediction for what happens. I think a lot of the money in the altcoins flows back into Bitcoin for the next 48 hours plus. Next week, we see Bitcoin run pretty hard, and then yeah, this news is too big. This news is huge. All right, let's go back to Twitter, see what's going on. Every time I think it's old season, Bitcoin just fucks up the base. Yeah, 100%. Out from KSI. KSI is big into crypto. If you guys know who he is, it's interesting to watch that. Bitcoin broke out at 42K. It's at the highest it's ever been. Who says it's not the future of money? Eunice D. Wong. She's an interesting ASX investor. She's pretty bullish on Bitcoin and altcoins. So yeah, extremely interesting. Serious Bitcoin supply issues. Price will start gapping higher on little volume. 100%. That's Max Kaiser. He's been the most accurate. 44K. We just broke 44K. Let's go. 44.2. Man, this is huge for all the Australian watchers. I hope you're not planning on sleeping, because this is insane, guys. To give you guys a little background on my intro into Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Me and 3 others run a small business, and we converted our entire balance sheet into Bitcoin in October last year. We started mining Bitcoin at our small business, and is it too late to jump on board now at 44K? Jong Lee, this is what the advice I would give you. I would dollar cost average. I wouldn't lump sum. When we're in price discovery mode, who knows what's going to happen? This news is breaking, but this just came out. I would dip your toe in. I would put a little bit in, and then I would hold some in reserve. That way you're going to win either way. If you have some money, if you have some dry powder left, what you can do is you can put money in later if it drops. If it continues to go high, you can just average up. Either way, you're going to win. I'd take a small position now, dollar cost average, and slowly increase your allocation from there. I think we're going to see much higher from here. This is just breaking. Wait until this unfolds over the next 12 to 24 hours. This is huge. Yeah, huge supply issues. I mean, this just proved the this gives so much more validity to Bitcoin. One of the biggest companies in the US, Tesla, adding it to their balance sheet. Wait until Apple tries to add it. Wait until all these other institutions add it to them. Man. Alrighty, let's see what people are tweeting about Elon. Welcome everyone to the chat. We are just following the price action of Bitcoin at the moment. This is huge. Yeah, is it too late? I don't think it's too late. I think everyone's still early. This is the first of many institutional investments, in my opinion. Short alts. Oof. Good question, the builder. I think we see the flow out of altcoins and into Bitcoin. It's what happens every time Bitcoin goes for a run. But I don't think I'd be ballsy enough to short them. I would just go long into Bitcoin if you want a bit more risk. I would maybe leverage up on that trade. But it's risky. It's all risky. I think buy and hold is your best strategy with Bitcoin right now. 44K. I think Binance is struggling at the moment with what's going on. 15 minutes. Yeah, we saw that red wick when Binance crashed, and we're seeing a nice build continuing. Welcome everyone to the chat. We are just watching the Bitcoin price unfold. For those that don't know, Tesla released a market announcement that they are adding it to their balance sheet and they are looking to accept it as a payment method. So this is huge. This is huge, huge, huge. Yeah, short alts. Let's see what the effect of all the other ones. I wouldn't short alts. Like, look at what Ethereum's doing. It's just following it up. So maybe we won't see the outflow from all these other. Polkadot pulling back a bit. The builder, you closed your long, your leveraged Polkadot trade. Let's see here. Litecoin rocketing up. Dogecoin 26% off. For some reason you'd expect it, some of the money to flow out of it and into Bitcoin. That's what I would expect anyway. But yeah, this is huge. What an exciting time to be in the crypto space. To be if you're holding any of these in the top 100 cryptos, what an exciting time. Yeah, looking at poker dumping, that's what I thought about shorting. Yeah, I don't know. Look, it's a risky trade. I think the stronger trade here is to just take long and leveraged positions on Bitcoin, on Ethereum, on Litecoin, anything that follows the general trend of Bitcoin. Keep in mind, this is just breaking. Wait until this unfolds over the next 12, 48 hours, like where there's a huge supply crisis. Oh man, this is going to be biblical, what we're going to see. Absolutely biblical. Where were you when Tesla announced they're adding it to their balance sheet? Oh man, oh man. Welcome everyone to the chat. We are just checking out the breaking news that Elon has added Bitcoin to the Tesla balance sheet. We thought it was coming. I didn't think it was coming this soon. It was kind of weird when Elon added Bitcoin to his description and then removed it, his Twitter description and then removed it. I thought maybe he turned against it and then he started pumping Dogecoin randomly. I did hear news out from Michael Saylor's institutional investing conference that Elon sent 3 representatives from Tesla to sort of get the playbook on how to add it and how to accept it as payments. So thought it would eventuate into something, but did not expect it to happen so fast. So let's take a look at some technical analysis. Yep. We're back in price discovery mode, guys. So damn, up 14%, 44.2K. Let's remove that. We had DOT up earlier. We're comparing it to the Ethereum charts. All right, let's take it back out to the 4-hour. So yeah, could almost call this a double top. It was pretty close. Without the event that just happened, I imagined we would have just seen some consolidation along here and we would have continued to see altcoin season heat up. It's really funny. Every time altcoins look like they're about to have a run and have a go, we then just see like something like this comes out of the woodworks. Bitcoin just explodes. Tesla adds Bitcoin to the balance sheet and we see this happen. So you can never go wrong. This is why everyone says have 70% of your portfolio in Bitcoin. It's the king of all cryptos for a reason. So yeah, super interesting. All right. Elon bought just enough that the remaining 499 companies can buy as much as he did. Yeah, look, Tesla's front running it. So just wait until all the other big companies, they have huge cash balances. US isn't going to stop printing stimulus. Joe Biden and the Democrats, they're going to keep printing money. The dollar is going to keep breaking down. Just that tailwind is going to be incredibly beneficial for the Bitcoin price. And yeah, this is huge. 44. Elon Musk legit taking us all to Mars, 100%. Truer words were. This is huge. Elon Musk puts Bitcoin in buy. Tesla buys 1.5 billion, new all-time high. Yeah, this is huge, huge, huge. Yeah, I think it's huge that he's adding it to his balance sheet. He's putting 1.5 billion in. What's even more interesting is that they're accepting it as payments. Like that gives it a level of institutional validity that I think, like, imagine if Apple starts accepting Bitcoin and various other cryptocurrencies as payments. Imagine if Amazon starts accepting Bitcoin as payments. Like, could you imagine the effect that would have on prices? Tesla's a very forward company. I wonder what Tesla's share price is pre-market open. Is this beneficial? I actually own some up 2.47%. Interesting. So some of the big companies that would benefit from, if you're looking at trading US stocks, I hold a bit of Tesla indirectly. I hold Kathy Wood's ARKK Invest Fund. So hold some Tesla indirectly. So would definitely benefit from seeing the price move upwards. Looks like the market's reacting positively to it. So up 2.26%. Let's take a look at another company that would benefit greatly from the from Bitcoin increasing. Yeah, Square up 3.16%. Square did it before Tesla. They started buying up Bitcoin, and I think PayPal did as well. So let's take a look at the PayPal share price, just to see what they're at. Welcome everyone to the stream. We're just checking out and covering the news that Tesla has added Bitcoin to its balance sheet. It's following the example of MicroStrategy, it's following the example of PayPal, and it's following the example of Square. So we can see pre-market, PayPal's up 2.5%, Square's up nearly 3%, and Tesla's up 2.26%. So all acting positively to Bitcoin reaching a new all-time high. It cracked past 44K. It broke past its previous 42K all-time high, and is moving higher. Very, very, very exciting time to be in the crypto space. Yeah, 1.5 billion. That's huge. I wonder how they facilitated that payment. And how they did it. That'd be interesting to see if it was done through, like what exchange it was done through, how they went about buying it. I bet MicroStrategy had a lot to do about that, and I think we can thank Michael Saylor for getting Elon interested. I don't know if you guys remember December last year, there was a bit of some tweeting between Michael Saylor and Elon, and it supposedly led to some offline discussions about how to add Bitcoin to, how to incorporate it into such a big institution, and Michael Saylor giving Elon his playbook. This is huge. All right, let's see what people are saying. Peter Schiff checks Bitcoin price new all-time high. For those of you that don't know, Max Kaiser has been probably the most accurate analyst in the space. Peter Schiff has been a famous Bitcoin bull. He's a famous Bitcoin bear. Sorry, he's really bullish on gold and the gold price. Crypto News Alert. Yeah, damn, up 14%. We hit 44K. Guys, the news is still getting digested. So, like, watch this over the next 12 hours. It's I don't know where everyone is watching from in the chat, but it is currently 12:38 a.m. here in Australia. I was just about to go to bed and checking the prices and saw this news come out, this market release from Tesla, that Elon has added Bitcoin to its balance sheet and that it's accepting payment in Bitcoin. And how could I go to sleep with that news coming out? Just had to watch the charts. Where will Bitcoin go after the news? That is the question. Up. Up is the short answer. So look, it's broke past 42K. It was, it kind of got rejected, had a double top at 42K. Previously, when it broke 40K, I think it was 2 days ago. It's blasted right past it, so we're in price discovery mode. What's my prediction? All right, let's take a look. My prediction is, as this gets digested, I think we settle just under 50K. It's anyone's guess. I think we keep going up. This is what you have to look out for. Glassnode, what we are seeing with Bitcoin is it's getting sucked off exchanges. It's getting removed from exchanges. So supply is getting removed and it's getting put into cold storage. This is completely different to the 2017 cycle, which is what is so promising and fascinating and bullish for Bitcoin. We're seeing supply get sucked away from exchanges as the price goes up, which is, we normally see the opposite. As the price goes up, we normally see Bitcoin get transferred onto exchanges and sold off, and then Bitcoin corrects and sort of moves downwards. What I expect to see, I think Tesla has front run it. I think we're going to see institutional demand like no other. I think we're going to see Apple move into like, we're going to see all the big companies move at least a portion of their balance sheets into Bitcoin. All the cash they have on hand, it's a liability at this point. It's depreciating at 5, 10, 15% per year. Who knows what the true rate of inflation is with the amount of money they're printing. I saw some stat the other day that 70% of all US dollars in existence has been printed in the last 18 months. Something ridiculous like that. So I think we continue to go up. Price discovery, it's always hard. I think we'll test 50K over the next 24 hours on the back of this news. There's too little supply on exchanges, and this news is too big. Like, this will make headlines everywhere. Like, you'll see this on the news tomorrow, over the next 12 hours, over the next 24 hours, and we're probably going to see a institutional FOMO, not a retail FOMO. Well, we'll see retail FOMO as well, but institutional FOMO like we've never seen before. This is the biggest news to come out about Bitcoin by far, and what a good time to be a Bitcoin holder. Many people didn't have the opportunity to buy Bitcoin on Binance here. I saw when I first jumped on, that's what this red candle was. Binance crashed when Tesla released it, and that's what happened. So yeah, I think we're going to continue to go up. I think we're gonna test 50K. This is huge. This is huge. All right, let's take a look at what the altcoins did. Ethereum broke 1700 and it's pulling back a bit. It's probably money flowing out of altcoins and into Bitcoin. Every time we think altcoins about to get going, we were seeing Cardano pumping, we were seeing Polkadot pumping. We were seeing everything pump. They're gonna all buy, I think. This is what you got to watch out for though. All the traders that are in all these altcoins, they're in them because they think that they're going to get a higher return than just holding Bitcoin by itself. So what we might see is we're going to see money flow out of these altcoins and back into Bitcoin because it's up 14%. Tesla just added it to their balance sheet. So we're going to see it increase exponentially over the next in the short term. So what's the point in being in these riskier altcoins if you're not seeing a greater rate of return than the king of all crypto, Bitcoin? I have some Litecoin. Would you sell for Bitcoin at this point? Unsure how ratio works. Summer Sunrise, thanks for the question and welcome to the stream. I held a lot of Litecoin in the past. It made up like a decent amount of my crypto portfolio, and I eventually just sold it for Bitcoin. Now, this is my reasoning behind this. And look, I don't know if selling Litecoin right now is the right decision, but long term, I would probably look at moving that Litecoin into Bitcoin. Litecoin is pretty much a second-rate Bitcoin. Everything that Litecoin does, Bitcoin kind of does better, and it's sort of been left in the dust. So it used to be a top 4 altcoin, and it's just been stuck in the mud for like this whole cycle. Hasn't even come close to what its all-time high was back in 2017. It got up to $400, and I think what we're going to see over the long term is it kind of fade into irrelevancy. My bull thesis behind Litecoin was that PayPal accepted it, and PayPal and Square accepted it as payment methods alongside Bitcoin Cash. Got it at $121. That's very nice. Very nice. Look, I think it all goes up, but I don't think it goes up at the same rate as Bitcoin. And like I was saying before, why are you holding these altcoins if Bitcoin is just going to run up? Let's keep in mind, Tesla added Bitcoin to its balance sheet and it's accepting Bitcoin payments. It's not accepting Ethereum payments. It's not accepting Litecoin payments. It's not accepting Cardano. So I think in terms of institutional FOMO and institutional investments, we're going to see Bitcoin. The Mandalorian, I won $3,680. How do you win $3,680? Is that off your Bitcoin investment? Let me know. All right, let's take a look at the price action. We are sitting at just under 44K. Man, who would have thought this would have happened? I think a lot of people were expecting it in the sort of longer term, but for it to happen so fast, I was just making the case last week that people were hyping up the Michael Saylor Institutional Investing Conference a bit too much. HB, okay, thanks, man. I'm going to go to the barber. I hope Bitcoin won't do anything too crazy dip. I think you'll be safe there. Have a good haircut, man. $3,680. Amazing. Yeah, summer sunrise. That's my advice. I would look at, over the long term, converting it into Bitcoin. I think we see better returns in Bitcoin. I used to be a Litecoin holder, and then I came to the point where Bitcoin was just outperforming. Oh, beard, nice beard trim. All right, sorry if you've asked, where do you expect Ethereum to go? So short term, this is my predictions. I expect Ethereum, look, it's ran hard. We saw a new all-time high. What I was expecting when we saw the double top with Bitcoin, let me pull up some charts just to illustrate my point a bit better. When we saw this double top, so it hit 42K and then we broke past 40K and we saw almost a double top. What I was expecting to happen was a bit of consolidation and it to sort of start trading in a channel between 35K and 40K. If that was the case and if that was what was going to happen, I expect that, oh man, 44.3, sorry, getting distracted by the Bitcoin price. It's a beautiful sight to behold. If that is what would have played out and that we would have seen it start trading in the channel, I expected the Ethereum price to break the 2K in the short term. With this news coming out for Bitcoin, I think we see Ethereum cooling off and then we see it pick up steam again. I'm still super bullish on Ethereum. My entire portfolio is made up of Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I have a hunch that over this year, Ethereum does outperform Bitcoin, but say in the next 48 hours, like all the money is going to flow into Bitcoin. This news is too big. This is a huge, this is like a black swan event in reverse. Like no one was expecting this. Hey, Grant. Grant, can you, so ShizoCrypto in chat, me and him stream all the time. We were doing a Cardano, we were doing an Ethereum, and we were doing a Polkadot stream. And literally 20 minutes after we finished, this Bitcoin Tesla news comes out. So insane. It's a shame we didn't just keep streaming for the extra 20 minutes. Because this is mental. This is absolutely mental. Welcome to the chat, Grant. Welcome to everyone new. It's good to see some new faces in chat. It's good. Alrighty, let's go back to Twitter and see what people are tweeting about. Alrighty, Winklevoss twins. Tesla adds 1.5 billion Bitcoin to his balance sheet. Buckle up, we're passing the moon and heading to Mars. What time did Elon news hit? It hit about 45 minutes ago. So keep this in mind, guys. We are seeing these huge moves up. We saw it break 44K. We saw it break all-time highs at 42K. And we're seeing it hovering around the 44K. The news is just getting digested, and it will continue to just get digested over the next 12 hours. This is going to continue to run. That's my prediction. So yeah, buckle up. In retrospect, it was inevitable. So that's a tweet that Elon tweeted out previously about Bitcoin. When he added Bitcoin to his bio, he followed up with that by tweeting, in retrospect, it was inevitable. It's just before 9 a.m. Eastern USA. So yeah, it was a pre-market Tesla announcement. So before the market opens, they had to release to the market that they were buying and adding Bitcoin to their balance sheet, and they had to, and they also announced that they're accepting Bitcoin as payment for Tesla. It hit just before 9 a.m. Clint, that's actually very interesting. Oh, the previous Elon Bitcoin Twitter buy pump had more volume. Clint, I'd say keep an eye on it, just because it's still breaking. Like people, I imagine a lot of people haven't even looked at their phone yet, haven't even digested this news yet. Yeah, what a great morning. What a good time. What great news to wake up to. Yeah, just before 9 a.m. Eastern. So I'm pretty sure it hit just before midnight Australia, which is where I'm streaming from. I was getting ready to go to bed when the news hit. That's very interesting that the previous Elon Bitcoin Twitter buy pump had more volume. This is huge. Alrighty, welcome everyone to chat. ShizoCrypto, is now a good time to buy Doge? Good question. Let's take a look at... I mean, what we've been saying, we've said it on so many streams, and I mean, this chart is disgusting. I think it's wise, as dumb as it sounds, to put between 1 to 3% of your crypto portfolio allocation into Dogecoin. And why do I say that? It's a moonshot. It's a hedge against Elon. It's a hedge against TikTok. It's a hedge against the Dogecoin subreddit when they pump this up. I mean, look at these returns, 30% over the last 24 hours. I expect money to flow out of altcoins and into Bitcoin, but clearly for some of the stuff like Dogecoin, that's not what we're seeing. So we'll keep watching with a bottle of Bundy. Yeah, sounds like a good night, Clint. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens on with the rest of the altcoins. We were seeing Polkadot pumping, we were seeing Cardano pumping, and we were seeing Polkadot, Cardano. What was the other one we were seeing pumping? We're seeing one more pumping. But what I expect now is for them to cool off and consolidate for a bit, and money to flow into Bitcoin. ShizoCrypto, some of Tesla's team who manage their cash treasury were at MicroStrategy Summit. Seems the summit turned out to be far more bullish in the short term than expected. Yes, 100%. This was a point we brought up earlier. So, point we were making on a stream, maybe 1 or 2 streams ago, was that everyone was making a huge deal about this MicroStrategy and Michael Saylor institutional seminar that was happening in the first week of February. And we thought it was a bit overblown. We thought it wasn't as big a deal, and it was going to be sort of a slow burn as sort of institutions digest the news. They work out how they can incorporate cryptocurrency and maybe add Bitcoin to their balance sheet. Turns out we were completely wrong on that, and instantly we see the effects with Elon choosing to invest some of the balance sheet into Bitcoin. So yeah, much faster, much more short-term action than we were expecting. And yeah, I heard the news that I think Tesla had 3 executives turn up there. So yeah, I mean, honestly, we can thank Michael Saylor for all of this. So yeah, thank you, Michael Saylor. I don't know if you guys remember, but back in December was when he first tweeted out. Everyone's memeing on what Elon tweeted out previously. In retrospect, hashtag Bitcoin above 44K was always inevitable. Interesting. Guys, this is another, I don't know if you guys follow the analyst in the space, Max Kaiser, but he had a 44K short-term target followed by a 65K. And he's been spot on every single time. He was the biggest analyst in the space who had the most accurate position. I've made a few videos on him. He's insanely accurate. I'd say between him and the stock to flow model have got to be the most accurate indicators if you're looking for Bitcoin predictions in the short term. We've hit 44K in the short term, just like he said. Looks like 65K is on the cards. In my opinion, my personal price prediction, I think over the next 48 hours to week, the short term, as this is digested, we see a crack at 50K, but let's see how that plays out. All right, XLM kind of started to move, then died. Yeah, it's funny. All these altcoins look like they're about to take a run, and altcoin season's about to launch, and then we see a huge move out of Bitcoin, and all the money flows back into Bitcoin. So, I mean, that's why everyone preaches 60-70% of your portfolio allocation of your crypto to be into Bitcoin, because of moves like this. It's huge. It's huge. This is awesome to see. All right, guys, it's about to go 1 a.m. here. I just wanted to jump on quickly and just cover the price action. But thanks for coming out. Subscribe if you're new, drop a like. I'll probably make a more in-depth video about the price action and what's sort of unfolded tomorrow. We'll jump on it. Also, subscribe to ShizoCrypto. He's in the description. Thanks for coming out. Summer Sunrise, Clint, always great to see you. ShizoCrypto, Jay, HB, the Builder, the Mandalorian. Thanks everyone for coming out. It'll be interesting to see what price we wake up tomorrow, but an exciting time to be in Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency scene in general. I'll catch you guys on the next stream.